The NBA trade deadline is less than 2 months away, and as of December 15th, almost 90% of the league is now trade eligible. So in this video, we're going to discuss some of the hottest names that can be on the move before the deadline. Now let's start in Chicago with the Bulls. They are not having a very good season so far this year. They're currently sitting at the 11th spot in the Eastern Conference, and coming off the season they had last year, I'm sure their fan base expected much more coming into this season. Now they are still currently without Lonzo Ball, who has yet to play a game in this NBA season due to a knee injury. Hope to see him back on the court very soon. But you still have 3 all-star level players in Nikola Vucevic, Zach LaVine, and DeMar DeRozan. So the start is still disappointing, especially after you extended Zach LaVine 5 years for $215 million. So with that new deal, I think the Bulls are going to want tremendous value for Zach LaVine. And I don't know if teams are going to be willing to give up 4 to 5 draft picks for Zach LaVine. Very possible, but I just don't think there are going to be many teams out there willing to do that. Or maybe the Bulls lower the asking price. You know, there are recent rumors that Zach LaVine and the Bulls are again at odds. And there was a recent team blow up in the locker room where frustrations were targeted at Zach LaVine. So maybe they are ready to cut ties. But I think it's more likely we see a DeMar DeRozan or Nikola Vucevic trade. Both of these guys are a bit older, but they have less time left on their deals. So I think it makes it more attractive for teams to trade for these guys. Less of a long-term commitment. Either way, I think it's time for a move to happen here. One of these guys will get moved, I think, before the deadline. Now, it seems like for the last 3 or 4 seasons, one of the biggest rumors, one of the hottest topics going into the season or going into the trade deadline has been, is Bradley Beal going to get moved? Now, as you all probably know by now, Brad Beal signed a huge $250 million extension that included a no-trade clause. So he now has complete control over if and when he gets traded. With that said, as I've been saying for the past 2 or 3 years now on the Down to the Wire 513 podcast, check us out every Wednesday at around 8:30, 8:45, and some Fridays too at around 6:30. But as I've been saying, they should have been traded Brad Beal when his value was at its highest. Now with this new extension, I just don't see him being moved this year. Maybe in 2 or 3 seasons, but just not this year. However, one name that's been rumored to be possibly on the move for the Washington Wizards is Kyle Kuzma. Now, I'm going to go on the record saying that I would not trade Kyle Kuzma. He's been balling out this season, putting up career highs in multiple different categories. Now, this is a contract year for Kuz, so he is up to get paid this summer. Rumor has it that he wants in the neighborhood or more than $20 million per season. And apparently he is seeking that contract either in a big market or a title contender. So maybe Washington sees the writing on the wall, knows they can't retain his services, and is going to look to trade him before the deadline. Another team that's been a bit disappointing this season has been the Toronto Raptors, who are currently sitting at the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference. Definitely took a step back from last season and the last few seasons, actually. And if you ask me, it's time for them to enter the Victor Wembanyama sweepstakes. If I'm Masai Ujiri, I'm going all in. I'm tanking. If your name is not Scotty Barnes, you're getting placed up on the trade block. Maybe OG Anunoby, I would make him off limits maybe as well. But those are maybe the only 2. I'm trading Fred VanVleet. I'm trading Pascal Siakam. I'm trading Gary Trent Jr. All those guys. Get them out of here. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking Pascal should be off limits. If you ask me, he's a bit overrated. I know he's having a great season, putting up great numbers, but I just don't see it. I think he's overrated personally. It's just my thoughts. And I also think his value is at an all-time high right now, so I would sell high if I was Toronto. They found the right trade partner. They can definitely get a haul of picks, maybe some good young talent to go along with it in return for Pascal. Now to a team that's been in trade rumors since the offseason, Los Angeles Lakers. Before AD's most recent injury, he was dominating the league. LeBron is playing great as well in year 20. So it's only right that Rob Pelinka try to do right by those two and bring in some more talent to go along with them. Now, the big holdup in all trade talks with the Lakers have been those 2 draft picks. Earlier in this season, it was they didn't want to package them with Russell Westbrook to get rid of him and his contract. Now it's being told that they don't want to package them with anything unless they're getting an all-star player back in return. So not sure what they plan on doing. I definitely see a trade happening here. Russell Westbrook has been playing a lot better as of late, coming off the bench, really bought into their role. And as we get closer to the trade deadline, Russ becomes even more valuable of a trade asset as an expiring contract. So he still may be moved. I ultimately see the Lakers keeping Russell though, and possibly moving Kendrick Nunn, Pat Bev, and possibly other pieces. Another team out there possibly having a fire sale soon is the Orlando Magic. hearing that they're looking to trade Mo Bamba, RJ Hampton, as well as Terrence Ross. So be on the lookout for a possible fire sale in Orlando. And for the past few seasons, Houston's been looking to move Eric Gordon. I'm hearing that's heating up once again. It's looking like he's definitely going to get moved this year before the deadline. Also, KJ Martin, who's been getting a lot of interest around the league from other teams. And I know the New York Knicks are rolling right now, but if I'm them, I can't help but look at the possibility of trading Julius Randle or Evan Fournier, if not both, and RJ Barrett as well. After giving RJ Barrett that $120 million extension this offseason, he's not looking up to par. I would definitely look to get out from under that contract. Yo, don't miss out on any more of this dope content. Make sure you subscribe and follow, like, share, save, all that good stuff, man. Peace.